Hi, my name is Christian Zentgraf and I'm responsible for the technical support at Bosch Rexroth. Welcome to the second season of our YouTube series ControlX Developer. As you may know, last year we introduced you to the exciting features of our new platform ControlX Automation. If you haven't watched the first season yet, we've linked all the episodes in the description below and feel free to watch them, it's really worth it. In this season, we will focus on a real application. To be precise, we will guide you through a complete pick-and-place solution. So you can see in detail what is possible with the ControlX Core, our innovative controller. Each episode comes with a how-to video, which will show you step-by-step how everything works. You can always find the links to those tutorials in the description below or in the info card. Enough talking. Now I would like to introduce to you our today's expert, Benedikt. He's already with me and probably getting bored because of all the talking.
No, I'm not bored at all, Christian. I'm totally excited about the second season and also a bit nervous since I haven't been in the show before.
Very good. A warm welcome from my side and it's really good to have you here. Why don't you introduce yourself briefly?
Sure. I'm Benedikt Rüb and I'm the product owner of the ControlX configurator. And today I will show you what makes the configurator so special and then we'll talk about the possible applications.
Sounds like an excellent plan. As I said before, during this season we will go over a complete example use case. You can see how you can implement your project with the ControlX Core. Today we will start with a hardware configuration. Later on we will cover the programming, we will show you a web-based HMI, and last but not least, machine safety. Anyway, let's get our components together.
All right, let's configure the components for our project. Before we start, let me give some basic information about the configurator. With the ControlX configurator, we have an intuitive graphic configurator for complete ControlX automation solutions. Therefore, the tool has a plausibility check on the complete system topology.
Sounds exciting, but I think you need to explain that.
That means I can easily assemble my configuration with a couple of mouse clicks using my browser.
And the system automatically checks if this solution works in this way?
Right. Wait, I'll just show you this. So we just enter the configurator from the ControlX automation website here. We then get to our landing page where we can either start a new project or continue working on a saved one.
And we start with a new project.
Yes, for example, if I want to configure a new application, I just go in there and set it up.
You simply log in with your Bosch ID.
Correct, you log in with your Bosch ID.
And for those of you who do not have a Bosch ID yet, you can simply create one right here.
Now you can see our interface here, where we can add products to our project, where we can add connections between products, and we can also show details of the selected product and some further options that we'll get to in a moment. So the question now is, Christian, what do you want to configure?
I think you did fall asleep during my intro. I mentioned already, I would like to configure a pick-and-place solution, maybe with a 3-axis Cartesian robot that takes off products from an assembly line, for example.
Okay, I'm sorry, Christian. I'll just show you how it works. For a 3-axis system, we can simply start using a converter. This can be found on the left in this Add Products area. Here we can see all the ControlX automation components that can be added to the project.
The components are sorted by their function rather than some encrypted type code. So you can directly see what they are good for, those individual products.
Yeah, they are. So now let's add the converter.
But we also need some inverters to complete the 3-axis system.
First, let me briefly demonstrate our options here. So we can freely position our product and place it to our other components. In addition, we have our details view, where we can get all the important information like technical details, the dimension of the product, and also some further information to download.
At Features, you can see the complete configuration.
That's right, Christian. All components start pre-configured in the beginning. So every product has a very basic default For example, our servo motor, it's the smallest variant. But of course, all configuration can be changed.
And I guess you can do this with the configure button.
That's right, Christian. And you can also rename your product here.
This is definitely important for larger projects.
Yes, it is, but now let's add the inverter. And to show the connections between the products, I'm gonna add a servo motor of our Control X Drive portfolio right away. By the way, we only need to add one motor, as we can later easily duplicate it, which is super practical for solutions with multiple axes and the same motor in each axis.
Now, let's do some wiring. I really want to show how this works.
Sure. We simply select a component, for example, our motor, click on Connect Products, and then on our drive.
Here we go, they are connected. But if we want to connect converter and inverter, we have several possibilities.
Right, and that's why we now have a menu here, where we can either select Ethernet or DC bus connection, but we simply do both.
Okay. And the selected cables are really the correct ones to connect those particular products?
Yes, they are. The Control X configurator checks whether the cable fits between the two products, depending on different parameters.
That makes it really easy to build up a complete solution, because selecting the proper cable can be quite time-consuming and a bit tricky.
Every cable in the Control X configurator can be configured like any other product. And the little icons on each product show us that this product is still in its default configuration. So that's what we're going to change now. So I select my drive and I click on Configure.
Wow, and now we have the 3D model there.
Yeah, that's right. This is our product preview, but we can also change that for a dimension view. And on the right here, we can see the parameters of each product that we can configure. So I change, for example, the maximum current of the drive. And also it's possible to integrate the Control X core into my drive.
And after that, we can select the runtime apps of the Control X core.
Yes, we can now simply select the apps for our Control X core. So I go to the runtime apps and select now the specific apps that I need. So for our application, I select the Motion app. Also, I go for the Cartesian Kinematics app. Also, what I would need is the OPC UA server app. And in the end, also the Python runtime app. When I'm all done with my configuration, I simply click on Confirm and come back to our graphic view, where the status icon has now turned into a green check mark. And this is exactly how you can configure each individual component. And depending on the parameters, the Control X configurator always selects the most economical and suitable option for the respective solution.
This impresses me every time I see it. As I said, the complete configuration with even more detailed explanations can be found in the how-to video, which is linked in the info card. Benedict, this means everybody can create a complete solution even without deep knowledge of the individual products.
Right. And the Control X configurator always checks in the background whether all components of the solution fit together. It's also possible to download a configuration summary, and also CAD and ePlan files for all products are available. And in the end, you can get easily in contact with our sales department for a quotation. Just use the Send Message button.
No comparison to Product Selector where you have to search for each product with a type code. There must be a huge database built into the configurator.
Yes, and there will be even more. For example, we are planning to include more products of other Rexroth product families. And of course, we are also working on further functions that I can't talk about yet.
Our sales department has no more work to do.
Quite the opposite. Our sales department has at least as much to do as today. And the basis for this is working in the ControlX configurator as a common platform for customers and our sales department. Our goal was to empower interested customers to create their own configuration and to get the information they need via a digital touchpoint. Usually the selection of a connection cable, for example, is quite a big effort, and not every customer has the information to identify which of our cable fits between two products. Our ControlX configurator does it automatically. It always selects the best solution for the project. We just wanted something smart that is easy to use and provides new possibilities.
That means you wanted a configurator that is just as innovative as ControlX Automation itself.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the new season, and of course the ControlX configurator. Just register on our website and give it a try. A complete configuration project is explained in the tutorial, which is linked in the description below. If you have any questions, just place them in the comment section or ask them in the ControlX Automation community. The next episode will be about setting up a virtual ControlX core. I hope you will join us again. Until then, catch you on the next one to be 2 steps ahead.